Hey guys, Fazzy back here, and it is time for episode 9 of our Calgary Flames franchise mode here in NHL 24. In this video, we will be finishing up the 2025-26 season, going through the trade deadline, and doing our best to make the playoffs for the first time here in Calgary. Currently, we're sitting with a record of 20-16-5, had a good start, but have fallen off of recent. So looking at the lineups here, more or less left everything the same. There's only one change I really had in mind, and that's with Peltier. Only 6 goals, 16 assists on that second line is an 87. Where Hagens, he's been doing really good on that third line center role, so I want to move him over to the second line left wing, move Peltier down, and then just throw Bukestad in the middle. He's actually had a decent year. He's falling off in rating a bit now as he's getting older. Defensively, no changes at all here. Been very good defensively. And in the net, I did call up Oscar Donsk. Again, it probably won't matter, but as long as he's better than Decord. He had a really good run with us last year, so we will give him the net for a little bit. As yeah, Joey Decord has just really been unplayable. Wolf's been alright, but for a 90 overall, you expect more. I don't know. We'll have to see what happens here. Let's get into our first game here against the Boston Bruins. Jump into this one with it being our first game of the episode. Need to get back in the win column here. First period, 0-0. Second period, 2-0 Boston. Charlie Coyle and Hampus Lindholm. And in the third, they do take it 3-1. So we've really been on a losing streak here. We're really going to blow that great start that we had. It's just not ideal, sitting 20-17-5. Against the New Jersey Devils, it's another loss. What is going on here? Take a look at these lines. Like, what can we do? Get Wolf back in there. He's actually up to 91 now. What the heck? Definitely hasn't played well enough to deserve that. But actually, with that being said, let's look at some contract extensions. I know Wolf will be needing one. Who else does? Coronado, he's probably going to want a lot of money. It's actually pretty reasonable. It's not bad. If we go even longer term, it's not too much. 7 years? Do we go 8? Like, that's not a lot of money. I was expecting him to be wanting more. Just based on the really good season he's been having. 36 points in 43 games, just below a point per game. We can lock him up at 8 years. Like 5.75, 5.85. That's an absolute steal. I say we do it. He's just going to keep growing. He's got that high top 6 potential. Let's see what he says. Outside of that, there's no one that's really pressing outside of Wolf. And he's going to want a lot. Yeah, 12 million for 8 years. That's something we're going to just have to take care of in the summer, unfortunately. But if we can get Coronado locked up to that, then I'm going to be very happy with that contract. Going up against the Blue Jackets, we do get back in the win column with a 4-2 win against the Winnipeg Jets. Hey, Coronado, that's an awesome 8-year extension for us. I think that's going to really look good in a couple of years. And also a huge 8-2 win over the Jets. Hagens, Kadri, hat-trick for Hagens. That's, wow. Very good there. Let's just keep up this winning ways, guys. Going up against the Ottawa Senators here. Just played them about a week ago. It's a 4-1 loss against the Senators. Against the Coyotes, who haven't won in their last 10. Come on, guys. You have to beat the Coyotes. We're probably in Utah at this point whenever the video goes out. 5-4 shootout win. Up against the LA Kings now. It's another win. There we go. We've only lost 1 in our last 5, I want to say. 5-1 loss against the Chicago Blackhawks. As I say that, against the Vegas Golden Knights, it's another loss. Dallas Stars, who are a very good team, that's a 5-2 win. So we're very mediocre here to start the season. It just, I don't know, we can't get on a good hot streak. We win a couple of games and we lose a couple. Hagens has done awesome as a rookie on that second line. Like, I don't mind that at all. Let's just switch the goalies for a bit. Peltier, he's actually done not bad on that third line. He's been producing down there, so I don't hate that swap. That's the thing, there's no one that's really underperforming here where it's like we have to make a change. Do beat the Jets 4-1, but that's the kind of confusing thing about this team. There's no real holes. It just seems to be that we lose by 1 goal quite often here. Max Domi, I don't want Max Domi. Stop offering him to me. Against the Vegas Golden Knights, 6-1 loss. That's an ugly one. Lozon, don't need him. Getting a bunch of trade offers here. Let's go up against the Pittsburgh Penguins. Oh, Patrick Laine for 2 seconds. Now let's actually look at this one. This could be interesting. Jackets are 500, so they're selling. He's only an 85, so he's dropped, I think, a little bit. He's put up our right numbers. Nothing too crazy. It's kind of as of real life, like Line has fallen off as a player here recently. Let me kind of make my own trade here and see what Columbus will say. So this is my counter offer. Sharangovich in a second for Line and a fourth. I don't want to give up Sharangovich, but he's only an 83 overall. He's producing like he is doing really good on that third line. I don't hate him at all. I don't want to move him. But for an 83, 5.3 million is a lot with 4 more years. We are giving up our lower value second rounder, throwing in the fourth and Line A. Again, I think it's a good improvement for us. I don't know where he'll play. What do you say, Columbus? Trade accepted. So that is awesome to see. Getting Line A to this team just should make us even stronger. Let's see kind of where we fit him in here. So we have a hole in that third line left wing spot. Throw Line A in there just for now. Like, we probably just move him and Hagens, put Hagens back to that third line center spot. Again, I really like Hagens. I want to give him more ice time, keep him growing, but I don't know if you can have Line A any lower than the second line. Like, he's one of those guys that just in the EA games probably just sims really good, so I don't know. Let's jump into this game versus Pittsburgh, see what Line A can do in his debut with Calgary. First period, 0-0. Second period, 1-0 Calgary. Sam Dickinson gets on the board. The rookie, love to see it. And we take it 2-1. Hagens does get our game-winning goals. So a couple of the younger rookies coming through in that win over the Pittsburgh Penguins. Had the back-to-back against the Rangers. Let's go and switch out the goalies here quick before we get into that. Going to goalies here. Yeah, let's get both back in. Donskey, let's see. He actually puts up pretty good numbers. Maybe he's a good sim goalie. Again, I don't know. He's been alright with us so far, though. So, Hagens again. This guy's really had trouble staying healthy here. Exit the lineup for the second time this year. Again, I think we kind of know what we're doing here. Just moving Backlund up, moving Trennan to the center. And we'll throw Pospisil in there just to fill the spot for now. Loss against the Rangers. Have to beat the Flyers here. Big game against a horrible team. They fire their coach. That's a good sign. We shut them out 3-0. Saw that we got their coach fired, so it's a pretty good indication that you're going to be winning that game. Lost to the Sabres, unfortunately. Up against the Tampa Bay Lightning. It's a big win in the shootout. Against the Columbus Blue Jackets, Line A's former team. And we lose 2-1. Like, we just can't get on a good winning streak here. We do beat the Bruins there in the shootout. But it seems like win 2, lose 2. Win 1, lose 1. It's tough. Looking at the points, Rantanen leading the way. Line A, what have you done? 4 points in 7 games, -2. It's alright, nothing crazy. Outside of that, like, nothing's really blowing me away here, like, the right reason or the wrong. Connor a -6 is, maybe we look at the bottom 6 and try and bring in a couple of guys. Wolf's numbers have been alright, Donsk, you know, like, I don't know. Line A obviously a -11, but that is shared with his time in Columbus, so can't put that all on him right now. Again, I guess let's just keep simulating. There's not really much we can do. Hagens is back. That's awesome. So although he has been hurt a couple of times, not been the longest injuries, which is good. Get him back on that third line center role. Take out Pospisil once again. What if we did Hagens on the second, throw Kadri down? I don't mind it. Throw Hagens with the shooter in Line A. Could be a very good combo. Bjorkstrand, no, I'll pass up on that. Let's keep simulating here against the Rangers. See, it's another loss. Klim Kostin, no. Like, we just can't break out of this streak. Get a point against the Habs, but we don't get the win. It's another loss against Vegas. So it really kind of seems like we're not going to be making the playoffs here again. We're a good team. We should be doing better. I don't know. Let's just keep on going here into the deadline against the Panthers. Huge win in overtime, 3-2. So let's go into the deadline here. I don't know what we're going to really be doing. Let's see who's available. I think really I'm only going to be looking at bottom 6 additions at the moment. I like the rest of the team. If I don't have to make any huge changes, I don't know if I will. Crosby there on the block. Probably not super realistic getting him right now. Outside of that, there's some good players, but I don't know. Just not sure. I'll go and look around and see what I can come up with for a couple of bottom 6 additions. So here's the trade I am looking at with the New Jersey Devils. Sending out Pospisil and Kuznetsov, our two scratch players. Pospisil -5 in 14 games, 1 goal. He was going either way. Kuznetsov, I don't want to trade him, but we have so many players like him, it's not awful. We would be getting back Eric Halla, who is an 82 overall, hasn't played a game this year. He could be an alright guy for that bottom 6. And Donato, he's put up 19 points in 61 games, only getting 8 minutes a night, so he's a guy that could be really good on that 4th line. New Jersey, what do you say? Trade accepted. So I think that's going to be the only trade I make here at the deadline. Don't want to go too far in if we're going to be missing the playoffs here, sorry. So let me go add up the lines and I'll see what I can come up with. So before I actually get to the lines, Dmitry Rachevsky on waivers. It's a pretty good player, low elite, 80 overall. I know he's 25, but he's a guy I've seen just sim incredibly. You know, why not, honestly? Let's claim him and throw him in the AHL. Now let me go get to the lines. So this is kind of what I am looking at here for our final stretch of our season. I did move Higgins and Kadri back. Higgins, he was a -4 in that time since we moved him to that top 6 center position, so I don't think it's awful playing him on that 3rd line. Now I have Halla playing on the 3rd line with him, 82 overall, he could be an alright sim guy, and I have Donato on the 4th line. I ended up sending down O'Connor, he did clear, he's just not been having a good year. Slovyov came up as defensive depth, and Trenin will also be forward depth. So that's what the team looks like. Let's go on a run here, guys. Nate Schmidt on waivers. Yeah, he's only an 80, we don't need him. Against the Wild, that is a huge win in the shootout. We got to get some momentum here coming out of the trade deadline. You have to get on a bit of a win streak here if we want to make the playoffs. Again, that is totally all up to our players here. Man, Line, only 4 points in 12 games. What are you doing? Coronado, he's been alright. Let's switch him. Again, I don't love that. Or do we throw Huberto up there maybe? Let's run with Line for a little bit. Against the St. Louis Blues, 4-1 loss. Against the Nashville Predators, 5-2 win. Klim Kostin, that's the AHL. Back-to-back games against Arizona. Come on, we need 2 wins. Lose the first one 4-2. Second game against the Coyotes. Ryan Donato, it's a minor thing. We do get the win. So, sitting 34-29 and 5. Sherrod, don't need that. San Jose back-to-back. We need a couple of wins here as well. Huge win in overtime against the San Jose Sharks. Going to San Jose now. Come on, guys. It's another win, 3-1. So, post-trade deadline, we have been picking it up here a bit. Line, what are you doing? 8 points in 18 games, just not good enough. I don't know. Get Donsk back in there for the Avalanche game. Coronado -5. Hall has actually been alright, 4 points on the 3rd line. Huberto -11. We gotta break that up there. Let's just throw Huberto back to the top line. That's where he started this year. We'll do Line A, Coronado. I know they're both shooters, but I don't know. Do we throw Higgins back up there? Yeah, we'll have the passer with the 2 shooters. I don't know, guys. Let's go. Come on. Get a big win. We get absolutely destroyed against the Avalanche. 10-3. I think that's going to do it for Donsk on the season. Like, that's horrible. I think we're just, either way, just going to be running with Wolf the rest of the year. I don't think a backup is going to get a start unless there's an injury. So, come on, guys. We need to rebound. Against the Vancouver Canucks, it's a huge win. Against the Sharks for the 3rd time in just over a week. Playing them a lot here. It's another win back-to-back. Let's get redemption against the Avs for blowing us out. 9-4, there you go. Setting 39-30 and 6. We've been doing decent. Backlund goes out. So that's not too bad on the 4th line. We have Trenin that can fill in. Just move Bukestad to the center. We should be good to continue on with the sim. Against the Kings, we do lose. All these games are so important. Come on, guys. We need to beat the Predators. Kyle Burrows, we don't need him. Huge win, 4-1 against the Predators. Sitting 40-31 and 6. We got to be getting close to clinching. We're 3rd in the divisional spot. Another win against the Blues. It's the Vegas Golden Knights. Come on. Backlund's back. Okay, we got to get him back into the lineup here. So that's just going to be replacing Trenin and just moving Bukestad back. We need to get this team back up to 100% here and finish off this season strong. Against the Knights, that's another win. Post-trade deadline, we've been getting our form back. Still haven't clinched just yet. Can we do it against the Ducks? Another win, and there you go. The Calgary Flames are finally going back to the Stanley Cup playoffs, sitting with 43 wins at the moment. That is awesome to see. It's been a while here in Calgary. First time in this franchise mode since we've taken over. We are heading back to the playoffs against the Kraken. It's a 4-3 loss in the shootout. Jump into this last game with the Kings. Doesn't matter really either way. Would be nice to finish off with a win, but it's not necessary. First period 0-0, second period 2-0 Kings. Dano and Fiala, and yeah, 6-0. It's not the end of the world. Last game of the year, we've already clinched. There we go. Who are we going to be facing in the playoffs now? That is the question. NHL season is complete. We will be facing the Seattle Kraken in round 1 of the Stanley Cup playoffs. Let's go take a look at their team here quick. What would Seattle be looking like here 2 years in? So they have McCann right up to a 90. Doesn't score a ton of points for them, but British must be a good all-around player. Benier still at 85. Forward core isn't super scary, I gotta say. Defensively, Dunn, Evans, they have Tanev, that's right. It's not a crazy defense in Hill and net. I think it's not a bad team. Brady Cleveland, okay. I don't know why he's up there, but I'm not super scared of the Kraken. I know I don't want to say anything here, but that is a team that I think we have a good chance against in the playoffs. In closing here, let's go take a look at the final stats of our players. Rantanen leading the way with 81. It's awesome. 55 goals, holy. Zari, 73 points. That is by far a career high for him. First year as our first line center. Huberdeau back up to 71 points. That's awesome. Coronado finishes with 56. Again, huge career high for him. Really started to break out, gave him that long-term extension. Laine with us, he was 21 points, -2. That's not bad. I don't know if I'm going to give him an extension, but it's not bad. Higgins puts up 44 in his rookie season. I don't mind that at all from him. Peltier 44. Poirier puts up 37. Again, another young defenseman. That's awesome. Donato, what do you do for us? 4 points in 18 games. It's all right. Dickinson 14. Holla put up 10 in 18. That's really good. Then going over to goaltending stats here. Dustin Wolf 36 wins, 903 save, 307 goals against. It's not great. He really didn't have a great backup for him this year. That's going to be something we'll have to figure out in the offseason. Comes to just overall goalies, Levi did really good. Montembeault put up very good numbers there for the Habs. Just a quick look at all the goalies there for you guys. Comes to all skaters, McDavid leads the way, 105. McKinnon has 100. Draisaitl also has 100. 97 for McCarr, 33 goals. Holy, it's a lot for a defenseman. And then it kind of drops off. Looks like Lane Hudson is going to be winning the Calder. Crazy, he just made it to the NHL. Now he's 87 overall. Put up 52 points. Hagen's there, not too bad. Celebrini actually just behind him. It's kind of a look at everything around the league for this season. But yeah, I think that is going to do it for today's video. Again, the next episode will be strictly just playoffs. Hopefully we will have a long journey, but something we'll have to wait and see how that all turns out. But I will see you all in the next video.